Right, it's your boy NK24 here. So, this is what I'm gonna call the internet show. Why am I calling the internet show? So, I've been involved in telecommunications business now for about a year. We haven't really made much money, but now we've started to really pick up momentum because we understand the game much better. And how we did it was very funny. It's just a little story where I was at home in a rural area called Umzimkulu. When was it? I think it was December, and I had to study for some online exam, and I was looking for. Remember, at that time I had no money. I've got a bad credit record. So literally, and I didn't literally have any way of getting good reliable internet because most internet providers now require you to actually get a contract, means you get vetted. If you got a bad credit score, they tie you down to a month to month. I mean, they tie you down to a contract of 24. So I was looking for something that was affordable. I didn't have to pay the a lump sum of the router because the router was quite expensive itself. And I also wanted something that was going to work in a remote rural area and have excellent coverage. So I started doing my research and I came across a company called BlueNet. I first looked at their satellite deals, but then I came across an FLTE, which is basically a device this big here. It comes with, it's like a Huawei router. Now we have TP-Link routers, but it's a 4G, 5G router. Comes with a SIM card. And so what they said there was no contracts, uh, free router, free delivery, well, month to month. And I was like, it's ticking all the boxes. And I had to check a coverage check. And when I sent an email through to find out the coverage, lo and behold, I had coverage in a rural area. I had coverage, and it was amazing. And the first package they had, which was 30 gigs plus 30 gigs, was 199 rand. I could afford to part with 199 rand at that time just to see if this was not too good to be true. Luckily, in 3 days, I signed up. The staff at BlueNet were really, really amazing. They were very quick. They processed my application. They work with Supersonic MTN. I'm going to draw here on the graph how the whole thing works, how the entire structure is laid out. So I got my router within 3 working days and I plugged it in and it worked. The speed was amazing. It was about 30 upload, about 20 download, but it was really, really good. So I was able to continue my studies and it was successful. And when January hit, I just emailed the company telling them that what an amazing, I'm happy with the service. It was just amazing. It was great. But then I also had friends and cousins who were studying, who were trying out another product. I'm not going to name the name, but they tried it and it didn't work. You know, so okay, well, I might as well say they tried Rain and it didn't work. So I had friends and cousins who were going to do online studying and they didn't have an internet solution because they were in rural areas. So I called up the company. I said, guys, you guys have got an amazing service. I'm happy, everything. Is there any way we could probably structure up a deal where I could actually, get clients and, get a percentage from the a commission basically from that. And a week later, they responded, and we negotiated a deal, and we decided to really get things kicked off. The amazing thing about it is that they went overboard. BlueNet went overboard to really really support me on this one. Yeah, they created a website that is for me where I could just channel people to sign up on a website because I didn't have money to start my own website. So what they did, they created a website for me so that people could sign up on it so that it could register on them that land what's this a lead came through. So I started off slowly but surely. We had some hiccups there and there, but then I slowly eased into it, and people were loving the service, especially in remote areas. Started off supplying it to schools, to some households, and the few people loved the product. And recently, when was it? I think it was about 4 months ago. It just clicked with me. Is that run with it? It's time for you to run with it. The product is good. The service is amazing. People love it. People need the product. And the beauty about it is that uh, I'm using BlueNet's infrastructure, and their team is helping us to actually process to make sure the customer journey is just amazing. So that is why I've taken the initiative now. Supersonic has upgraded their system in August, and now has come a need for me to start putting videos up to educate. You may be a prospect, you may be using the service, but I'm just doing this video to start educating people on the supersonic products, from fiber to the FLTE. And I'm gonna go in depth as to how you register, how we do a coverage check, how we do all of these things to make sure that you get signed up with us and you get very good customer service and ensure that you are happy with the product. And that's why I'm creating these videos. So what I just wanted to write here on this board here is a structure of how everything is. So we all know MTN. So MTN is at the top of the food chain. They've got towers all around South Africa, actually in Africa as well, you know. And so if you are an internet service provider, you need to rent using their towers. So what happened is there's a company called Supersonic, which rents their towers from MTN all over the country. So this has been great. So what Supersonic does is that they provide a free router, they provide delivery, and they provide support. They provide support. Support being call centers and troubleshooting, and they, when you have a problem, they debit the accounts. If you want to make arrangements, you have to communicate with Supersonic. And then what happens is that since Supersonic is such a big company, what happens is that they offer dealers to promote their products. And so BlueNet is their dealer, one of their dealers. All right. So BlueNet is the company that I came across. I didn't bump into Supersonic. I bumped into BlueNet, and I found out they work with this company here. So what I did was, because I knew I had nothing, but what I could offer was I could provide you leads, and all I ask in return is a commission. So they structure up a deal for me. So literally, NK24 Enterprises. Okay. So that's how the deal flows. So what happens is that BlueNet is an e-commerce. They're an e-commerce company. But their reach is limited here in South Africa, because South Africa is not a very sort of, how can I put it? It's not a technologically advanced country. So there are some areas they can't reach. For example, the area I live in my hometown, they can't reach that. You know, I can. So that is what I offered them. I said I can reach places that you cannot reach. You know, and I think the owner there was business minded. He's like, okay, let's do this. Okay, so we structured up a deal. So I do mainly offline. So I'm more of an offline person. At the moment, we're working on referrals, and that seems to be working well. As long as we have happy customers, we always have a flow of referrals actually coming in. So yeah, that is basically the first episode on the internet show today. The next one is we're going to be covering why actually go with NK24 instead of going straight to Supersonic. Because we don't charge a premium. The price we charge here is the same price they charge. So now the question is, why come to us? And there's some value adds. We can skip the process. You don't need to go through this part here, which is the support. We've got a special dealer support channel which helps you skip the queue and helps you skip the queue and you get your problem sorted out very quickly. So stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to the comments. If you have any questions, put them in the comments, and I really want to answer your question. I really want to get as many people connected to the internet at good, affordable prices, at good, reliable speeds in remote rural areas where there is literally no coverage. I can guarantee you we can get you coverage. All right. Okay. Otherwise, goodbye.